Chapter 7, Mishnah 7. Another case that involves a rope used for pulling the barrel from the spring when drawing water from a chatas. If someone wraps the rope around his hand a bit at a time, that is, he pulls up the barrel from the spring, he slowly wraps the rope around his hand, the water remains valid. Since wrapping the rope around his hand is done for the purpose of lifting the barrel, it is not considered an unrelated activity. However, if he wraps the rope around his hand at the end of the water drawing after he already pulled the barrel out of the spring, the water is invalid for mechatas. Once the barrel is removed from the water drawing is finished, and wrapping the rope does not help that process. Wrapping the rope now is simply an unrelated activity and disqualifies the water. The previous Mishnah told how a person asked the Sanhedrin on 3 occasions about a possible disqualification of water. On the 3rd occasion, the Sanhedrin issued a one-time ruling that the water was valid. The Mishnah now cites a Tana who holds that the incident did not occur, as stated in the previous Mishnah. Rabbi Yossi said it was about this matter, not the matter discussed in the previous Mishnah, that the Sanhedrin validated water with a special ruling just for that time. It was the law in our Mishnah that was presented to the Sanhedrin on 3 occasions. A person asked the Sanhedrin whether water was valid if its owner had wrapped the rope around his hand after he had already pulled the barrel from the spring. On the 3rd time he asked this question, the Sanhedrin ruled that the water was valid only in that particular case, because there were extenuating circumstances. In general, though, if the owner wraps the rope around his hand after pulling out the barrel, the water is invalid.